Well, it's almost June, so me and Max figured we ought to get back here to one of our small properties and put out some minerals and cameras and see what we got going on. We're going to focus on a lot of these micro properties around this year. We're not going to be hunting that much of eastern Ohio with now not having a place to stay. I graduated, so now if we want to go hunt out there, it's about a 2-3 hour drive every time. But these little micro properties are perfect to, get in and set up in on the perfect conditions. This property in particular is only about 50 acres, 40 acres big. There's only about 10 acres of woods back here behind me, but it's surrounded by nothing but neighborhoods. And these are where the deer get a way to escape into. These suburban hunting areas can be killer. So me and Max have had huge deer in the past on cameras. They just come and go. They're here all summer and then they disappear come hunt season. And we're just really going to put in our time and try to pattern some of these big bucks out here and get back here and see what's going on. We might walk around, do a little bit of shed hunting, and hopefully we can get something on camera. We'll be back in about a month after setting these minerals out, and we'll see what we got on camera and then just keep going through there throughout the season. So let's get back here and see what we got going on. Well, we just got back here to one of our spots. I just picked up some of this mineral. It's called Greedy Granny. I've never tried it. I bought it off some boys in Kentucky. So we're gonna put this out and see how it goes, and hopefully I can give them a good review on it come this summer. Yeah. Grow that rack with the granny sack. Let's see. All kinds of good minerals and vitamins in here for the deer. So put it out and see what happens. Well, it's July 12th. As you can see, I still got deer over my shoulder in the field. We've seen about 15 deer tonight, 2 separate groups of bachelor bucks. This is actually the bigger set of bucks in the background. There's 2 3-year-olds in this group. One's an 8-pointer, real wide and skinny. He's gonna be a great buck. And then there's a stud 10-pointer that's just gonna be an absolute monster in a year or two. These deer got great potential. They all came out of the Shack's Woods. I told you guys we'd be back out here in a couple weeks. Hope everybody had a good 4th. Now it's time to start really taking inventory on deer, seeing where we're gonna be hunting. I'm still trying to pick up more properties. I'm supposed to be going out looking at a 12-acre lease here next week out in Jackson. Hopefully I can pick that up just to add to it. Like I said, it's most of you that follow me know my story about losing Athens area to hunt. I had a lot of land out there to hunt. Now that I'm back home, it's just a hassle to try to drive that far every weekend to hunt on top of work. So I'm just trying to hunt these smaller properties, smaller farms. I showed you guys earlier in the season, I went out to, or early this summer, I went out to a new suburban area called, I call it Leeds, that's the farmer's name. It's only about a 15-acre parcel, but he splits the bean fields, or splits the crop fields into beans and corn every year and rotates them. So it's like an all year round type of feeding frenzy for these deer. He's got great thick woods, a nice creek running through there, so it does hold good deer on that property. I'm gonna be going there soon to check my trail cameras. Hopefully there's some good deer on there. There usually is one good stud. Always a great property to at least fill the freezer. There's a lot of does on that property at all times. But for here, this is more of a big buck hunting trophy type of area. Shaq does really good at keeping his feeders filled. Thanks a lot, Train, for interrupting my video. But Shaq does really good at keeping the feeders filled. He leases this out for farmers, as always corn or beans. He's got a few good food plots, good woods plots. This is just a hunter's dream. It's only 75 acres. With that being said, we're still gonna try to get more properties. You can never go wrong with having more properties to hunt. You know, you gotta deal with other people hunting, landowners hunting, but it's just what comes with this sport. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know the struggle. So I'm gonna still stay at it this year, and we all got one goal, and that's to shoot a big boy. And that's what I'm gonna do this year, one way or another. Well, it's July 26th. We're back out here at Leeds. As I was talking about earlier in the season, you can tell that the corn's growing good, the beans are up. Like I said, this is a great spot. There's not a lot of woods here, so the corn provides a lot of good cover for these deer. Early season, these beans are excellent. We haven't checked these chips in a while, so we're gonna see what bucks have moved into this property. Hopefully there's a few good ones. Like I said, these micro suburban plots are perfect for these big bucks. Since there's not a lot of woods around this area, this is generally their best cover, and a lot of deer tend to hold up in here. As we drive by, we always see fawns and does out in these fields, so we know that there's some deer in here right now. What we're going to do today, we're going to refresh the mineral sites, pull our chips, and cut some shooting lanes, and check our stands, make sure everything's good, and then we're going to get out of here. And then maybe a week or two before season come back in here, pull the chips, see what's going on, and get ready to start hunting. We're about 2 months out, so we're getting excited. Whitetail Porno crew, like I mentioned earlier the other day, we're heading to Kentucky to do some early season velvet buck hunting. So we're definitely getting stoked for that. And from there, you know, we'll have a two-week break. We might try to go double D, lay some rams down or something, and just stay after it. This season's looking great. We're all excited for it. Hopefully it's gonna be a long season. A lot of bucks take a dirt nap. Well, you can see here, these deer have ate all these minerals from early spring, and they've been clawing at it still. So we're gonna put a trophy rock down and some more lucky buck. We gotta stay in fairly close because of the property line. But this pipeline is generally a very good spot. A lot of good deer on this every year. We got corn on the other side that we can't hunt. We got a big alfalfa field on this back side, and actually I believe they planted beans this year. So we're just cornered in with fields. It's the only woods around here, so I'm excited. Well, me and Tommy just got out here to another property we picked up. I've actually hunted it for about 6 years now, but I've been at school, so I haven't been out here recently. Tommy hunted it a little bit last year, seeing a lot of deer. He shot a good buck and couldn't find it. There's a big piece of property on this backside that it ran off into, and we couldn't track it. This is another one of them properties that's just a suburban area. So it's only, the area we're sitting in right now is probably 10 acres or so, but it's surrounded by a whole neighborhood. Behind me you can see how open this is. Just the sun's beating down on it even at 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now. I think me and Tommy's gonna go get some Roundup, get some weed eaters, and go get our tillers and go ahead and put in a small micro plot here. It's a perfect area for these deer to come in and travel through. It's just nothing but a bedding area. we got a creek over here to my left, so getting in here is easy access. On the back side, on the other side of this farmer's property, he's got soybeans in this year, probably about a 20-acre field of soybeans, so there'll be early season food for him. And as that field gets plowed and all the soybeans are gone, we'll also have this micro plot. We've got stands up in different wind directions, so we're going to get a camera out and some corn over it now just to kind of get an inventory of what's in here. Typically it's a lot of does in this area, and through rut in the fall, bucks start moving in from that backside property through this thicket trying to chase these does out of here. And so it's just, you know, it's a great property overall. So we're going to get out of here real quick, get back home, go get what we need, and try to get this done before dark. So stay tuned and let's see what it looks like after this. Well, we're back out here about 2 hours later. It's about 4 o'clock now. We're gonna get back here and weed eat all this tall grass down, rake it out, spray it, get it down to the soil, and then we're gonna put in a card 5 draw with a little bit of turnips and throw down some fertilizer, and then come back in about a week and put about 200 pounds of lime down. And we got this bad machine. We're gonna till it up, get everything right, get the seed down where it needs to be, and hopefully everything grows. So we're gonna do our best. It's about 6:30 now. This is taking a little longer than expected. We're gonna get out of here. Last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go down on the other end of the property, put up a camera, a couple bags of corn, and then we are going to come back here in about a week or 5 days or so, let this Roundup settle in. It's gonna make it easier on the tiller. Tommy's gonna bring his back, so we'll get 2 rolling, give this Roundup time to kill all the weeds, and then finish tilling it up, seed it, and rake it over, and should be good to go from there. So stay tuned. Wednesday, August 19th, we were out here on Monday, which was the 17th. It got too dark on us, so we came back out here, brought some more help. We brought another tiller and brought all the seed back and stuff. Got everything tilled up really nice, cut down. We brought some lime, got all that in, about 4 bags worth. And now it's just a waiting game to see what's gonna grow. I plan on coming back here in another week or 2, bringing another thing of seed. The seed seems kind of light in here, so once we come back we'll probably bring some sprayers, get this watered. There's no rain in the forecast coming, so all we can do is hope and see what happens. I know. Ready? It is August 21st, also my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Today I'm gonna go back to that farm where we're putting the food plot in, go ahead and add a little bit more seed to it, and start spraying it, get some water on it. Hopefully the seeds start germinating. I'm also going to hang up a stand in that area, that way I can just get it all done and stay out of there for a few weeks before season. After we leave that property, we're going to head over to Leeds, which is just right down the road from my house, and go and adjust another stand, pull the chips one last time, maybe refresh the minerals or throw something else out, and then stay out of there also. Like I said, it's getting awfully close to season. We're about 3 weeks out from Ohio's opener, a week out from now headed to Kentucky to velvet buck hunt, so me and Max are definitely getting stoked for that. The outfitter's been sending me all kinds of trail camera photos of some decent deer coming onto the properties. We're going to be hunting 3 or 4 different properties, consists of about 3,000 acres, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully this front stays the way it is. It's been cool the last few days here in Ohio. It's been lows of 50s and highs of about 70 with low humidity. So I know the deer are starting to, you know, be a little bit more active with this weather coming. So just gonna see, wait it out, and keep our hopes high, and hopefully something happens. So stay with us and let's go get some stuff done. Tree stands put up, plot's completely done. Now we just gotta hope for some rain, and I think it's in a good spot. We got some good back cover. We're farther back along this food plot on this narrow bit we cut out just to not be on the main area, and off to my right is a creek. So they travel that creek. It's just a big corridor, and actually to my left there's another creek. We're kind of in like an island that heads to the big woods, and this is just real thick here, so can only hunt it on the right winds. Won't be able to hunt it that much, but you know, I think it's definitely a kill zone. So now it's just a waiting game for some rain, because rain's what makes the plots grow, and the plots is what makes the deer grow. So we got to get some deer in here, got to get some rain. I'm gonna go pull a chip, and then we're gonna get out of here and head to shacks. And we just launched the Whitetail .0 shirts, long sleeve sweatshirts. So get a hold of me if you want one of these. They're pretty comfy, lightweight. They definitely help you put up tree stands and food plots. Without these, I don't know how I can make it possible. Thank you to Jordy for making every single one of them for me. Really took the heat off my hands. I got way too many orders than I thought. So far everybody's loving them. I got all kinds of colors, shapes, sizes, you name it, I got it. We got koozies, we got decals. She wants to zoom in. You can't see it on my truck, it's on my tailgate, but got all kinds of stuff. Whitetail .0 crew is only going up. So if you want something, put in your order.